What's up, people? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day. Once again, I want to say thank you to everybody for the birthday shout outs. I want to say thank you. I had a great birthday. The Power Rangers movie, I give it a, for me, I give it an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for the sequels to come out. They're having, I think, 5 or 6 more sequels, so I can't wait. The next movie is definitely gonna have the Green Ranger in it this time. I'm not playing. Warner Brothers, who did the movie this time? They better have the Green Ranger in it. That's all I know. So anyway, what the fuck episode did I just watch? This episode was stupid and funny at the same time. Just dumb and funny. Like the whole dialogue of every character on this show was just dumb. But it was funny. It made me laugh. I want to ask y'all a question because I'm gonna talk about Olivia right now because this pissed me off. I want to ask y'all a question for the females out there, for all you ladies. I want to ask y'all this question. Say hypothetically, you had 2 kids by 2 different mob bosses, right? You get a guy like Ned Ashton, respected in the community, comes from a respected, wealthy family, a legitimate businessman. No, he's not a criminal. He treats women with respect. He treats you well. He asks you to move in. He asks you to marry him. What would you say? I want to know that answer. What would you say? Yay or nay? Yes or no? What would you say if he asked you all of that? What would you say? I just want to know that question because I know I'm not bugging, but I just want to know. Because Olivia, her explanation, like this is what Olivia did. She went to Ned. She had a proposal for Ned. She wants Ned to adopt Leo. And my first thought was, so he's good enough to adopt your son, but not good enough for you to marry? What's sense? And Ned actually asked that same fucking question. He literally asked it what I was thinking, because that's exactly what I was thinking when she said, "Adopt my son." And I thought that same thing. I said, "What?" But he asked you to move in with him. He asked you to marry him, and you turned him down twice on both of those. But he's good enough to adopt your kid. I said, "What?" So Ned asked her that same question, and her excuse pissed me off. Her excuse was so lame. I said, "Really?" Her excuse was totally, totally lame. Um, she basically based their relationship off of Sonny and Carly relationship, off of Julian and Alexis relationship. I said, "What? You? There's no comparison." First of all, Ned Ashton is not Sonny Corinthos. Two, he's not. He's damn sure not Julian Jerome. How can you base him off of those two? How? How do you do that? He's nothing like them. And if he was anything like them, you know damn well you wouldn't be with him. You wouldn't have been with him for the last 3 years, off and on. You've been off and on with Ned for the last 3 years since 2014. That her whole explanation didn't make sense. I said, were the writers drunk when they wrote this script? I said, because her whole explanation sounded totally stupid. It sounded dumb, and it sounded like it was just a lame ass excuse for what's really going on with her. Cause I'm like, that can't be her excuse. That can't be. That sounded so lame and so stupid. I said no. First of all, Julian is the fucking reason their marriage is over. Sonny's the reason why his marriage is over. Ned has not done a damn thing to you but love you and your son. So how does that compare to Sonny and Julian? That you don't want that type of marriage that they all got. Your relationship is nothing like Julian and Sonny's and Alexis and Carly. It's nothing like them. Ned is a good guy. He got his head on straight. He already has a daughter, a grown daughter. He runs a successful company, a record company. He's a legitimate person. He doesn't tell you lies. He doesn't withhold secrets from you. He doesn't do any of those things. So why are you basing those relationships off of yours? When you actually, unlike Carly and Alexis, you actually have a good person that you're dating, unlike the two of them. So how do you compare that? I don't get her at all. Like, dude asked you to move in, you said no. He asked you to marry him, you said no. But now you want him to adopt your son? What the fuck kind of Snoop Dogg weed are you smoking? Like she's delusional as hell. I'm like, you must have commitment phobia. I think that's what it is. And it ain't got a damn thing to do with Sunny, Julie, and Alexis and Carly. She just batshit crazy. That LSD must be tripping because she done lost her goddamn mind. And I have a funny feeling that Ned is gonna hit her with an ultimatum. Either we get married or we're done. Because Ned is damn near 60 years old. Ain't nobody in their 50s is gonna sit there and keep announcing Olivia as his girlfriend. No, he wants to announce you as his wife, not his girlfriend. When you get a certain age and you've been in a relationship with somebody as long as as long as Olivia and Ned have been, you don't want to keep playing a boyfriend girlfriend role. Number one, y'all been together off and on for 3 years. Y'all have a pretty solid foundation, a pretty solid relationship. He asked you to move in and you said no. So basically, you want him to adopt your son, and y'all continue to be boyfriend girlfriend, not married, not living together, but he's the adopted father to your son. How the fuck does that sound? That sounds stupid and dumb. Olivia, seriously, I feel my blood pressure rising right now. Honestly, I do because this shit sounds retarded. It really does. There's no logical explanation for the shit that came out of her mouth today. It sounded dumb. Anyway, Lucy Coe. I'm beginning to not like Lucy. She's starting to irritate me with her grubbing ass. I mean, I get it. You're trying to get money for the nurse's ball, but you're really blackmailing Ava with these pills. Why not just tell Sonny and Carly the goddamn truth? Maybe they'll gladly donate a lot of money to this charity. They'll probably underwrite the fucking ball for you. Instead, you choose to juice money out of Ava. Even though I kind of don't have no sympathy for Ava, like, at all. Ava's done some fucked up shit on this show. That's part of that fucked up shit that she's doing is the reason she's being blackmailed now. So it's kind of fun in a way to watch this and to watch her be blackmailed like this because now she has to write a large check to the nurse's ball, like we're talking about in the triple digit here. So basically, actually, no. Lucy actually wants a multi-million-dollar check. How she's going to get that, I don't know. Let me break this down about money. You got a lot of rich people in Port Charles. You do. You got a few rich ones. You know, Sonny, Carly, the Quartermains, Tracy, of course, Valentine, Nina. You have a lot of wealthy people in this town. Ava. Ava, I wouldn't consider it. See, this is the thing. People don't know the difference between wealthy and rich. Ava, she's rich. Sonny, he's rich. Carly, she's rich. The Quartermains, that's wealthy. Wealthy means that's long money. That's generational money. That means that's money that trickles down generation to generation, 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 and they don't go broke. That's what wealth is. That's when you got wealth. You know, the Cassidines, that's wealth. That's when that money trickles down. Not to say that you can't go broke, because if you mismanage it like Elena did, then you can. But even then, Nicholas still had money. Barely, but he still had money. It's a wealth, but what people don't understand about something about money is, say if Nicholas Cassadine's net worth is $5 billion, he could be worth $5 billion, right? But that's on paper. That doesn't mean he has $5 billion cash liquid in his bank account. That doesn't mean that. You could be cash poor. You could be wealthy. You could be rich, out the ass rich. But you can be cash poor, meaning that you got all these assets. Like, take Windermere. That's the largest asset he owned, a castle. That shit has to be worth probably like $200 million, maybe 300 at best. It's a 50 fucking room place. It's bigger than the White House, so it got to be worth a lot of money. You could have that and still be cash broke. So I'm just trying to break that down because I remember somebody asked me that question. You can have that but still be broke, cash wise. You could be asset rich but cash broke. So think about that. Um, so Ava has to write that big ass check, and now Tracy needs her help finding the painting. That's basically what Larry Ashton wanted with Tracy. It was all about money. According to him, when Edward, remember when people thought Edward was dead all those years ago, back in the 80s and stuff, late 80s or whatever, early 90s, people thought Edward was dead. During his missing years, he created the alias J.L. Holt. Remember that, Jimmy Lee? and he had a son named Jimmy Lee, which is Tracy and Alan's half brother, paternal half brother. So I remember Edward cut he cut Jimmy Lee out of his will years ago before he died. He had cut Jimmy Lee out of his will. I think that was back in '03 or the '90s. But I remember he cut Jimmy Lee out of his will. Um, so he created J.L. Hope, which was his alias. And apparently he bought a painting that now, years later, is worth $20 million. So Lord Larry has the information about the painting and he wants Tracy to collect the painting as an heir to Edward, aka Jimmy Lee or J.L. Hope. And he wants $10 million. First of all, Tracy doesn't need the $20 million. The only way I can see Tracy wanting that painting is for her to feel closer to Edward. I don't think she has any intention of selling that painting. Because come on, Tracy doesn't need $20 million. She don't even need 10 million. She's rich already. She's very wealthy. She doesn't need that kind of money. $20 million, $10 million, that's probably a drop in the bucket for her. She don't need that money. I think she wants the painting for the painting, not the money. Larry wants the painting obviously for the money with his gold digging ass. And that fool got a hotel room at the Metro Court using an ELQ account because he swiped her credit card. I said, this little gold digging bitch. Larry Ashton is the goldest gold digging motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. That fool was still from his mama, his grandmama, his great great grandmama. He don't give a damn who they is. He'll go right up. He remind me of one of them little kids from back in the day when I was growing up. I was probably like 8 years old. My friend, I was at his house and he took money out of his mother's purse. That's just like Larry Ashton, little stealing ass bastard. He just stealing money out of people. Like he'll steal from his granddaddy. He don't give a fuck. He'll steal from the homeless. Like seriously, if you know how them little homeless people be downtown or something like that, and they got their cup out and they jingling them little change or whatever because they want you to throw some more quarters in there. He the type to go up to the person and reach his hand in their little cup and take out the little bit of change they got in that cup. That's how Larry Ashton is. That's how he. Yeah, I'm not even lying to you. That's how he is. Little bastard. So she went to Ava. So Tracy went to Ava instead to get the information about the piece about the painting, which is smart because Ava is in the art world, so she would know. And of course, it's gonna cost Tracy some money because Ava needs the money to pay off Lucy, which works out for Ava. Um, Lulu and Laura. I didn't really give a damn about their conversation to be honest, because we already know what it's about—the custody and Charlotte and excuse me, and Valentine. Um, So basically, they were thinking about using Nell as their end game for Valentine to gain custody, whatever. So Alexis is still boozing it up. Alexis reminds me so much of Nikki Newman from YNR, but Nikki Newman is a funny drunk. Like Nikki is hilarious. If you ever watched The Young and the Restless and you seen Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, you ever seen her drunk on that show? Yo, she will have you on the floor dying. Like she plays I love a funny drunk. Like if you're gonna do an alcoholism storyline, please make them a funny alcoholic. I love it. It's hilarious. Like they say some funny shit when they under the influence. So anyway, Alexis is drunk. Valentine came over to, share the Cassadine estate with her. She's still telling him to go fuck himself, ever so politely, as only Alexis can. So he leaves. She gets another knock at the door. It's Julian. Well, the ghost of Julian. Basically helping her through her battle of addiction. So after Julian's ghost disappears, she tosses the liquor out. Good job, Alexis. Even though I'm pretty sure you're going to be drinking vodka by dinner. Um, so anyway, what else happened? I'm trying to get to the Sonny and Carly part, but I'm trying to get everybody else out the way. Oh, Anna. This whole battle between Anna and Valentine gets confusing by the moment. I remember a few months ago, everybody thought that Valentine raped her, and she was suppressing that memory. But apparently, it looked like they never had sex. But according to Valentine, he dropped a bombshell on her that they actually did have sex. I said, what? So they did. They did sleep together. They did do the hibbity dibbity. I had a feeling about that. But a lot of their past is still murky. Like like with the whole WSB, DVX, it's all still murky. Like we still don't have full answers because according to them, she put him on a kill list, but we still don't know why. And Anna kind of figured out that somebody played them and kind of forged her name on it or whatever. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more answers. I don't know. It's kind of confusing, but okay. Sonny and Carly. I have a headache just thinking about them. Like I am so sick of these repetitive ass conversations that they keep having about their marriage. Every time I watch them, all I could keep thinking is just file the fucking papers, please, and get a divorce. Just please do that. Just you know that movie Old Yeller, where they took Old Yeller behind the shed and put him out of his misery. That's what they need to do with us with this Carly and Sunny mess. Just like seriously, one time. Um, they're going back and forth about the Nell situation. Sonny basically told Carly, "This is my life. This is me. This is who I am. If you don't like it, there's the door." I bust out laughing when he said that shit. I was like, "Thank you, Sonny. Kick the bitch to the curb. Like, can we anything to stop this meaningless ass conversation?" So Carly was like, "Okay, then I'm leaving and then I'm never coming back. Bye bye, deuces." Um, I feel like she kind of took what Sonny said out of context when he talked about keeping secrets because she thought he was talking about their marriage and their personal life. He was actually talking about keeping secrets about his business, about his mob business. Because if you ever watched The Sopranos, then you know Tony Soprano never told Carmela Soprano, his wife, about any of his illegal businesses. She never told him about none of the crimes he committed because he didn't want to implicate her in that crime. Because once she knows about it and the cops come around, she's going to have deniability. You know what I mean? He didn't want her to have to be under that pressure of lying to the cops because she can't tell the cops something that she don't know. Same thing with Carly. Sonny tries to keep her shielded from the business, and I think that's what he meant when he said that he had to keep secrets and lies. He wasn't talking about their marriage. He was talking about his business, and I feel like she took that out of context and thought that he was talking about their marriage, that he had to keep lies in their marriage, which was not technically what he was talking about. But I'm happy. I really hope that they get a divorce at this point because I'm sick of the back and forth repetitive conversations that they keep having. Which brings me to my next question that I want to ask y'all. Well, before I do that, you all know that Carly, when she married Sonny again this time, she still kept her house that she had when her and Jax were together. I kind of felt like that was wrong because I felt like that's like your escape plan. That's your plan B, keeping your house. Why would you keep a separate residence when you get married? That house should have been sold the day after she married Sonny. She should have sold that house. I want to ask you that question. I want to ask the viewers that question. So if you get married and you were married before, you not even married before, but you had a house prior to getting married and you move into your spouse's house, would you keep your old house or would you sell it? I want to know that. For me, I would sell it. I would sell it. I would. I would sell it. That's like if I had a condo or something like that. I would sell it. If I moved in with my spouse, my wife, I would sell it. But if she moved in with me, I would expect her to sell her shit. Like we don't need separate residences. We're married, we're gonna have this one house. We don't need that other house. That's your bachelor or bachelorette pad. We don't need that no more. You ain't no bachelor, you ain't no bachelorette no more, so why you keeping that? And what's worse is that house was the house that she had with her ex-husband. She really should have sold that house. I just want to know what y'all think about it. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.